Good evening and welcome to our Summer Essentials webinar. I'm April McBride and this is my great friend Laura Tarkenton. Laura and I have known each other for about 5 years, I think now, almost 6 years. We met through our kids' soccer program, and we became fast friends with her and her family. Her husband was also in the Coast Guard, and she's got 2 boys. So we have, a lot of similarities between our families. And she's also oily, which is awesome. Yeah. So her and her family are visiting our family up here in Maryland for the weekend for Memorial Day. So we thought it would be a great opportunity to jump on and share some of our favorite products for summer. So we're not going to cover the basics from the starter kit. We are going to mention a few oils that do come with the starter kit that we like, but we're going to go into some of the other products that Young Living has that are infused with essential oils that we love for summer. So first up, I'll talk about lavender. So this is one that you're familiar with from the premium starter kit. Lavender is, relaxing and everything, and that's great, but it's also really good for your skin. So any kind of time you need some soothing on your skin, lavender is my go-to. I know, Laura, you carry this in your purse all the time for whenever you might need some.
Absolutely.
I know I got a little too much sun on my shoulder where I didn't put sunscreen the other day, so I've been using some lavender on that area just to kind of soothe and nourish my skin. So that is my first summer essential, is lavender.
And then our second one, which is also in the premium starter kit, is peppermint. And this one is another must-have. We love to use this, especially when at this time of year it's hot and humid outside. We love to just use this, especially for cutting the grass, and you can rub it like on the back of your neck, apply either some water, or we do a cold cloth, or you can also put it in a spray bottle and call it your cooling spray. It's also wonderful for digestive support. We like to use it in a bottle, or not a bottle of water, but a glass of water to help our tummies. And also we like to diffuse it as well. It's also great for when you're working in the yard, or you've been out having lots of fun, you've gone on a hike, like we hiked DC the other day. It's great for those soothing of those sore or tense muscles. So that's a great way to use peppermint. Also,
another way that I've liked using peppermint is if you're ever driving on curvy roads. We were in our minivan a couple years ago with some friends, and we were on these curvy mountain roads, and people started feeling not so great. Just smelling peppermint can be very calming. So that is a great one to have if you are doing any road trips this summer. The next one is purification. And this one, it used to come in the premium starter kit, but they've changed out some of the oils, so you may or may not be familiar with it. Purification, I call it the odor eater of essential oils. It is great for getting rid of all kinds of odors, but it is a blend that contains citronella, lavender, lemongrass, rosemary, myrtle, and tea tree. So citronella was the first thing. So if you're familiar with citronella, you know that bugs don't like it. So one of the ways that I like to use purification during the summer is I make a spray in a bottle like this. So this is a 2-ounce spray bottle. So what I'll do is I'll put a pinch of salt in here, and then about 10 to 12 drops of purification, and then I kind of swirl it together. So the salt and the oil mix up a little bit, and then I'll just fill it with distilled water, and then shake it up, and the oil and the salt will help the oil disperse through the water, and then we just spray this on ourselves before we head outdoors, and that has been great for helping us enjoy the outdoors annoyance-free. So one of the things about essential oils is that different oils work differently for individuals. So just like if you were using any kind of like medication, say one person would take a Tylenol for a headache and it doesn't help them, but it helps, someone else, where, the person who isn't helped by the Tylenol maybe takes Motrin for a headache, because different people respond differently to different medications. While these oils are not medications, they do, affect different people in different ways. So I know I love purification for making an outdoor spray, but Laura has another oil that she likes for doing that.
I do. For me personally, my family likes to use purification, but I love to use citronella. I have just found that for me, this works the best. And I just apply it neat, which just means I drop it straight into my hands, and I will apply it, all over where I have skin that's bare, that insects like to land. But I find for myself, this works the best. I know we have purification, peppermint. We have other things that we've tried, and which I know April's going to talk about the insect repellent. My family does really well with the insect repellent, but this just really works the best for me, and that's what I do. Like April said, I love the fact that we have so many choices with Young Living because each one of us responds differently.
Definitely. Another thing that I wanted to mention about purification, Laura and I were having a conversation about how this is really good for stinky laundry. Last summer, my oldest son went to Boy Scout camp for a week, and he came back and he had a wet bathing suit in his bag. We didn't empty, the wet bathing suit was from like the day before he left camp. We didn't empty out his dirty laundry and stuff out of his bag until like the next day after he got home. So it had been sitting there for 2 days. So wet towel, wet bathing suit, all of his stuff smelled awful because he's a 12-year-old boy and he has been at summer camp all week. So to kind of boost up the laundry cleaning and odor eliminating powers of the Thieves laundry soap, which is my favorite laundry soap. I went ahead and added some purification in with the Thieves laundry soap, and then I also put it on my dryer balls in the dryer just to make sure everything was extra nice and fresh. So purification, like I said, it's the odor eater of essential oils. It's a great one to diffuse. Also, if you maybe someone in your family likes to fish and you come home and you fry up that fish or cook it, however, and you have that lingering seafood smell, diffusing purification will get rid of it really easily. So leading from purification citronella, we do actually have a insect repellent that is already pre-made. This was introduced a couple of years ago at convention, and it has been tested to repel mosquitoes, ticks, fleas, and prevent bug bites. And I remember seeing a picture of this when they introduced this product. They had this like bug box. It was full of mosquitoes, and this person had their arm in it. They had to test how many bites they would get on their arm, without anything on it, and then they had their arm in another one with the mosquito or with the insect repellent on. I'm like, you could not pay me enough money to be that tester.
No, I couldn't do that either.
But it works amazingly well at repelling all of the insects. So it's formulated with essential oils that are traditionally recommended for their bug repellent properties, like citronella, lemongrass, rosemary, geranium, spearmint, thyme, and clove. And it's made with 100% naturally derived plant-based ingredients, and it does not have DEET in it, which you'll find in a lot of bug repellent products. It's not something you want to be applying to your body, though. It's also formulated without parabens, fillers, phthalates, petrochemicals, animal-derived ingredients, synthetic preservatives, synthetic fragrances, or synthetic colorants. So just like all of Young Living's products, it is safe to be applying, and it's really important that you're aware of what you're putting on your skin because it's all being absorbed into your system. So the insect repellent works well. It does come in a bottle with like a squeezy top here, and you just pour some into your hand and then kind of rub it where you need to. Or Laura has another way that she likes to use to apply it.
I have a tip for you. So if you have empty, this is a 10 milliliter bottle, but honestly, you could just recycle your 15 mil or your 5 mil bottles. All I did was literally just poured some of the insect repellent in here, and then there is a roller ball on here, and then I just put that on. And then I just labeled it myself, and I dropped this and I keep this in my purse because, when you're on the go or you're going over to a friend's for a barbecue or something, you forget, and then you get there and everybody else is spraying all, and you're like, no, please don't put that on my kids. You should just swipe this all over, rub it right on your skin like that, just very easily. And it's not greasy at all. It rubs in really well. Like I just put some right there on my wrist. So this is great for dropping in your purse, dropping in the kids' bags if they, go to summer camps, especially where you can't be there to regulate it. They can have the control. Put it in your vehicles, one for you, one for your hubby or whatever. So that's just a great little tip. And
it's a lot easier than carrying this whole bottle. Yeah. And this is like a huge supply. I mean, it will last you a really long time. I think I've only used that much. I've had it for maybe like your right there. I've had this for
I've had mine for,
I think this is the first bottle I got of it, so I've had it for almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
So it goes far. So it lasts a long time.
And I have another tip for this one. So this it comes out very quickly. I will caution you. So when you open it, just like you want to control it, you don't want to let your kids do it because it'll run all over the place. But I have a pump top that came from actually another Young Living product. So what I did was I just took this off and it fits perfectly on this. So I have given this to my husband and my kids when they're out doing yard work, that they can easily it's more controlled and more manageable just to pump it into your hand. So if you have one and it fits, use that instead. So that'll kind of help you. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is another insect repellent product that was just introduced, I guess, a month or two ago.
Yeah.
At the last Live Your Passion rally, which I guess was in April. Yeah. But that is the insect repellent wipes. I don't have them yet. Laura hasn't gotten them yet, but that is another option. I will say that they're not available in every state. They can't be shipped to every state at this point, but Young Living is working to get it so that they can ship. There are some weird regulations with shipping insect repellent, and it was the same way when the bottle of insect repellent came out. There were several states that they couldn't ship it to initially, but then they worked through the state's regulations and they've been able to ship it to those states. So Maryland, where I'm at, is one of them that does not allow you to ship it at this point, but you can ship to Virginia. I know a lot of my members are in Virginia. I know Laura's in Virginia. So that is another option for insect repellent. And I think that would be a good option to send with your kids to camp, because they can just take a wipe and just tell them, like, wipe their whole body down and then they're protected. So that might be, a way that I would use those once they can ship to Maryland, or I'll just get them when I go to convention.
Or you have friends that live in other states
in Virginia.
So that's how you get around that. Anyway.
Yeah. So Laura's going to go ahead and tell you about another one of our favorite items.
Yes, and we've been using this all weekend. This is the sunscreen, the mineral sunscreen. This is actually the SPF 10, which was the first one that came out. There is also an SPF 50 as well. And what I love the most about this is that it has zinc oxide in it, but the nice thing is, do you mind if I put a little squirt? The nice thing is that, with zinc oxide, if you were a kid in the 80s like me that went to the pool, you would rub and 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 rub all day.
Like the lifeguard with the white nose.
And you would have the white strip down your nose, and you see how quickly I just rubbed all that in. And it's, so that's kind of nice. It spreads very well and evenly. I will tell you that it is water resistant and sweat resistant for 80 minutes. And I have found personally for myself and my family, because I have a redhead, that we apply this every hour when we're out, regardless of sweating, whether we've been in the water or what have you, just so that we keep from getting sunburned. And it works really great. Even the SPF 10, which is the one that came out first, we've used that with our redhead, and it has covered him very well. It is, like I said, this one is the SPF 10, and it is a broad spectrum. You get that protection from UVA and UVB rays. I was going to read, where does it show us there it is. Okay, so the key ingredients in this are non-nano zinc oxide, and it also has raspberry seed oil. Oh goodness, it's got lots of oils I can't even pronounce. Some nut butter.
I think it's uka. I don't know.
Yeah, and so here's the essential oils.
You can pronounce
the Helichrysum, the carrot seed oil, and it has frankincense. So all of those are great for supporting your skin. That is used in the formulation of the mineral sunscreen.
Another thing, I don't know if you've heard, but there are some, especially out in Hawaii, I know they are putting bans on a lot of sunscreens, and those are chemical sunscreens. So, because they're damaging the reefs. So this is a reef-friendly, reef-safe sunscreen. It is a mineral-based sunscreen. In general, I would say you definitely want a mineral sunscreen. I've tried a lot of different ones over the years before we had sunscreen from Young Living, and like Laura said, it rubs in really well. This one does. It absorbs into my skin and my kids better than any of the other ones we've tried that are the mineral sunscreen. So it's one of my favorites. Now, I will say the SPF 50 is currently out of stock, but it is due to come back into stock in like the beginning of June. So that's next week pretty much. Yeah. So it'll be here before we know it. The SPF 10 is in stock, but if that's something that you want to try, once it comes back in stock, I definitely recommend going and ordering some quickly. I know I'm going to be ordering some to stock up, because some of these products, with it being the summer, they're going to be more likely to go out of stock just because of the demand.
Yeah.
So The next one I want to talk about is in case you are out too long in the sun and forgot to reapply or just maybe forgot to apply your sunscreen at all, there is another great product. It's an after sun spray, the Lavender after sun spray. And this one is actually kind of like a lotion that you shake up and it liquefies and you spray it on. And it is, it says right on the front, for pain and itch. So this is great for treating yourself if you have a sunburn. Also, if you have bug bites, it works really well to help get rid of that itchiness. And this is one of our over-the-counter or OTC products, along with the insect repellent and the mineral sunscreen. So some of the things that are in this, it's got natural menthol, lavender essential oil, helichrysum, and Northern Lights black spruce essential oil, and it's also got aloe. It smells good. It's got a cooling kind of sensation. And this one, I unfortunately am almost out of it, but and this one is also out of stock, but just keep an eye on the virtual office. Hopefully it'll come back in stock soon, because this one I'm really sad if I'm this low when it's the beginning of summer, because I know this came in handy last year, you know, for those times when I didn't have my insect repellent handy, or just like, oh, I'm just running out to the car real quick and then a mosquito got me or whatever. And then, you know, just for having it on hand for sun overexposure is a great thing. So now, since that one is out of stock, there is something else that you might be interested in. That's a Lavaderm cooling mist. And this product has been around for a while longer than the After Sun spray. So this one, it is...
the difference.
Yeah, so the difference, so this one is not an over-the-counter product, so I can't tell you that it's going to help your sunburn. I can tell you it will hydrate and cool your skin and refresh and moisturize it when you've been outside. It is, it's got some peppermint in it. I don't have the whole ingredient list here. I can't really read it either. So it does have a cooling effect. It's got several essential oils in it. And this one is a good option to have with you in case, you know, you can't get the After Sun spray right now. This is good for after being outside in the sun.
And I would say, if you don't mind, I would just say the difference when you are applying these, I don't want to use, because she doesn't have much, but this kind of sprays out sort of like a lotion, so it looks a whitish. And this one just looks like water, so it's clear. And I think that's the difference is to the carrier product they use in it. So if you kind of wanted to know what the difference was. Yeah, they're both great for skin support.
Yeah, so with the After Sun spray, it is like a thicker, and you kind of like need to rub that in once you spray it on. Whereas the Lavaderm, you can just spray it on and you're pretty much good to go. So next up, Laura's going to talk about something that she brought with her this weekend.
Yay! Yes, the Bon Voyage kit. I don't know how many of you, this is, I'm not sure how long this has been around, but I'll tell you this, it usually goes out of stock fairly quickly once it comes back in stock. So you've got this beautiful little carrying case, okay, that you take with you, obviously, when you're going on a trip. So we're going to just show you some quick things. This is lotion, the Genesis hand lotion. Like all of these are, you know, full-size products in the Young Living skincare body care line. This is the lavender conditioner. Then there'll be the lavender shampoo. There is also the Morningstar bath and shower gel. Yeah, and oh, that stuff smells great. Yeah. You've also got the Thieves mouthwash here. There is a tube of lip balm. There's a toothpaste. They thought of it all, folks.
They did.
The Thieves, floss. Floss. And then they also provide you with a Young Living branded toothbrush. And then they also gave you a sample of the Art Light Moisturizing cream. So this is really great for any time of year. Like she said, we brought it this weekend because it's the easiest way for our family to travel. Plus we know they're oily, and we have had mix-ups with people taking lotion bottles and things when we've been here before. So I thought, well, it would just take that. And the great thing about these is if you already have the full size of the products that you use daily in your home, you can just easily refill this. And this is great for people who travel all the time and they don't want to do a carry-on. They just, will take their bag with them. My husband does that a lot. And so these are 2 fluid ounces. So they meet the regulations of, the things you would put in a carry-on bag and have to go through security. And let's see, what else did I miss? Oh, I missed the Thieves hand sanitizer. This is great. That is in there as well. And I believe we have got everything.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and so it even says on this product sheet that it is TSA compliant, so that all of these are, 3 or smaller, 3 ounces or smaller, because that's very important for people, who are traveling these days.
Another thing that's great about this, so if you haven't tried our shampoo, toothpaste, lip balm, all of those products, this is a great way to try a whole bunch at once. And you get a really cute little travel bag to go with it.
Absolutely.
I will say, pretty much every year before convention, it will go out of stock. So convention's in July. It is in stock right now as of May 20, whatever it is, 27th, I think. But I can't guarantee it's going to stay in stock. Yeah. And it's probably a lot of people are going to be ordering it in June because they're planning to go to convention in July. Yeah. So, and also just because of summer travel plans.
And I would say that if you have kids like April and I that go to camp. So they go to overnight camps and they go for a week at a time. We bought these for our boys too, because this is just the easiest way to do it, because every time we would buy like those dollar travel things at Walmart or whatever to put their stuff in, they wind up getting cracked or, I would forget and put them in the dishwasher and then they would melt. So, we're constantly buying them. So we just bought these for our boys, and it's just easier to pack this for them because it's pretty much everything they need without their deodorant or something. Deodorant. So like they're not gonna use floss while they're at camp. Okay, we know that as moms,
but probably not using deodorant either.
Well, that's true. And then then you still have room to you want them to go with insect repellent, put your little bottle that you made for them. The sunscreen is small. They can stick that in there. So it's really a great and handy tool to have. So I would definitely recommend at least every family have at least one. We have at least 2. So
yeah, I think that's a great, like I said, it's a great bundle and perfect for travel.
Yeah, so. and the price is great too for members.
Definitely, it is. It's a
really is a great price.
And again, a great way to try a bunch of products. And then when you fall in love with it, you're like, okay, I'll get the full size here next time. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is considered part of our supplement line, and it is AminoWise. And it's hard to see with the glare there, but it is an amino acid supplement. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because it is great to use for hydration. I know this is not something I use every day. I'm not, I know you can't tell by looking at me, but I'm not like some power lifter or like crazy athlete, but I do like to go running sometimes. And in the summer, it gets hot here, and I try and go early in the morning, but it doesn't always happen. And even when it does, it's still hot and super humid, and I need to make sure I'm hydrated. So AminoWise, it's actually a powder. And it comes with a scoop, and you just mix it with water, and you can drink it to help hydrate your body. And like I said, you don't have to be an Olympic athlete to use this. There are a lot of high-level athletes who do use this, and they'll just sip on it kind of throughout the day. I tend to use it to support my muscles and to hydrate myself right after I go on a run in the heat. You can use it before as well. So it was... it's basically, so the sciencey part of it, I have to read this because I can't remember it, but it's triple targeted with branded chain amino acids for muscle building and repair, polyphenol and antioxidants for recovery, and a hydrating mineral blend to replace important minerals that are lost during exercise. So it's a great, supplement to use during a workout if you're, at the gym or whatever. And then after a workout, certainly to help rehydrate. So it's got a wolfberry lemonade flavor. So, and it's a real mild flavor. I don't get a lot of lemonade from it.
It's not strong at all. I mean, I can drink it without any issue. I mean, definitely. If you're not used to the taste, it's, but it's still a refreshing taste. Right. I'm sure you could always add more oils to it to make it a little more pleasant. You could add it to your Ningxia Red.
Ningxia Red, yeah, definitely.
To help with that as well, yeah.
Yeah, but that one is a great one for, just hydrating, and especially like if you're outside all day in the sun for whatever reason, you know, even if you've just been at the pool all day, like, you know, you need to make sure you're hydrating and stuff. So that can be, you know, something maybe you're sipping on at the side of the pool as well. So Laura mentioned Ningxia Red. There's another Ningxia product we don't have here with us, but so she's gonna talk a little bit about. Are you okay?
I think. Excuse me. Yes. So we're going to talk about Ningxia Zing. I'm sorry. We don't have a can, but yeah, let me get a drink real quick.
I'm sorry. So Ningxia Zing is part of our Ningxia line. So Ningxia Red is our antioxidant superfruit nutritional drink, and it comes in bottles and pouches. So if you already have your premium starter kit, you got 2 of the pouches of Ningxia Red in your starter kit. That's something that we use just as a daily supplement for supporting our wellness. And then another part of the Ningxia line of products is Ningxia Zing. So
yes. Okay. Sorry. So the great thing about Ningxia Zing is that, you know, all the energy drinks are out there, and this is a good substitution. This is better than that. Yeah. And so if you want something that's refreshing and soda-like as well, we kicked the soda habit in our family about 4 years ago. And so this was kind of a nice little treat when we do want that soda replacement, because it does come in a can, and it, you know, it fizzes and it bubbles like soda. And sometimes that's what people are missing, is they're missing that carbonation. So we love to drink it to help energize us, especially at this time of year. It's a special treat. We don't get it all the time, but we will keep, you know, it in the fridge, and we love to mix it. We love to like sort of mix drinks with it.
Mocktails.
So yeah, like mocktails. So, you know, we'll take our Ningxia, we'll pour that, you know, a couple of ounces over a glass of ice, and then we'll pour our Ningxia Zing over top of that. And then we always love to add vitality oils. Yes. Or if you are special enough to have been to convention before and you've gotten Red Shot, or you were able to get, what's the other one? Excite? Is that the other one? No, maybe I'm thinking of just Red Shot.
Yeah.
If you've gotten the special blend called Red Shot,
sometimes
they put it
holidays,
like during Christmas packages. But we love to add that. We just, I mean, you can just play with it so much to find out what you like. We also even like to add our Ningxia Nitro, which is the little tubes that are great for helping support our energy levels, really is what it is. I mean, it's a very refreshing drink. What we love about it is, and I know this may sound a little bit weird, but it's got lime and black pepper, and the black pepper is helping to support your energy levels, and it gives you that little extra boost that you need. It doesn't have any artificial flavors or colors in it. It is a clear liquid, so it's kind of like Sprite, if that helps.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's clear. And it has no preservatives in it, and it's good for hydrating energy, and there are no added sugars. It's 35 calories per can. So if you're out there counting calories and that's important to you, it's only 35 calories instead of, you know, gosh, what is in a soda anymore? I don't even remember, but anyhow, excuse me. So yeah, it's just great for that nice pick me up, especially when it, you know, gets very hot and humid outside. So yeah,
I'd say it's very refreshing. Definitely.
It is.
So, and it's, like you said, it's way better than the energy drinks that you like. Those things, stay away from them.
Yes.
If you don't learn anything else tonight, stay away from the energy drinks like
seriously.
Red Bull and like all the 5-hour energy and stuff. Bad stuff. This is a much better alternative.
Yeah.
So the last product that I want to talk about tonight is the coconut lime body butter, and you can see, I don't know, the light smells so great, but it's a thick body butter. I love to use this right after you get out of the shower, put it on my legs. It smells amazing.
Yes.
Coconut and lime, I mean, you can't go wrong with that combination.
No.
So it does a great job of nourishing your skin to prevent dryness, and it leaves your skin feeling great. It smells amazing. It's a vegan-friendly formula, so if that is something that's important to you, it's 100% plant-based products. It's just like all of the products we've talked about tonight. It does not contain parabens, phthalates, petrochemicals, synthetic preservatives, synthetic fragrances, or synthetic dyes or colorants. And It uses coconut oil and essential oils, and also mango butter and kupu-waku butter, I think is how you say it. That's a very exotic sounding butter, along with the lime essential oil. It is like a little vacation in the container. I love
it's
that
like
stuff.
being in the tropics.
Yeah, it does. It's like, I'm on vacation. This is amazing. So
yes.
if you love stress away, the lime that's in that, and just like that kind of vacation vibe you get from stress away, you will love this as well. So that was the last product.
Well, and I was just going to mention too about that, the coconut. Now, in my experience, and you said I use it the same way you do as soon as you get out of the shower, that some people are concerned about the coconut oil in it being really greasy. I did not find this product greasy. Like it's like our sunscreen and all this stuff we have, like it gets absorbed into your skin rather quickly and leaves it smooth feeling and not greasy. So if you're kind of worried about like especially ladies that have to work still, if you're concerned about putting on a pair of dress clothes or whatever, and you don't want that to get absorbed into your clothing, I didn't find that was an issue for me.
No, I know. I've never had a problem with that at all. It absorbs very well. I'm the kind of person I can't stand having like lotion or anything on my hands and stuff. Like I can really only put it on my hands at night right before bed, or else it drives me crazy. And like that, I don't have that issue with that. Like it absorbs in really well, as I'm applying it and stuff, and I'm not like, oh, I can't, it's all over my hands. So that's just an issue I have. But I love that product though. So that was the last of our summer essential products we wanted to talk about tonight. But if you are watching the replay of this between now and the end of May, there is a special promo that's going on for new members. Now, I know that a lot of you are already Young Living members, which is awesome. But if you have anyone in your life who's interested in getting started with Young Living, maybe a friend has seen your diffuser, like the one we got going back there, and it's like, oh, what's this, and they're kind of curious about it. If they get started with the premium starter kit before the end of May, they'll get a free bottle of Thieves household cleaner and a cool like Thieves branded spray bottle to go with it. And this is not a summer essential product. This is a lifelong, year-round essential product. This is a plant-based cleaner, and it is. I use it all over my home. You dilute it 1 part Thieves cleaner to 30 parts water, so that's where the spray bottle comes in handy. So this bottle will give you, about 29 or 30 bottles of cleaner. So it's super economical, but it's even more economical when you get it for free. So I use it to clean my sinks, my counters, toilets, mirrors, stovetop, floors, everything. You can dilute it even more when you're doing your floors. I don't know about you, Laura, but one of the reasons that I got into Young Living was because of cleaners. I was getting headaches every time I was cleaning the bathroom, and I was like, you know what? If I'm getting a headache from cleaning, what is this doing to my kids? And I was also thinking, I want my kids to clean the bathroom one day, and I'm not going to want them breathing this stuff in, so I got to find something better. And this is the something better. This does not give me a headache because it doesn't have any of the synthetic junk that is in the chemical filled cleaners that you find on grocery store shelves. So this is awesome. And if you are a member and you haven't tried it yet, get some of this because you need this in your life.
Yes.
But for new members, like I said, as long as they get started before the end of May, and that can be with either the premium starter kit with the oils and diffuser, or it can be the Savvy Minerals starter kit or the Thieves starter kit if they're someone who's into all the Thieves products. Like they want to try the Thieves hand soap, the toothpaste, mouthwash, Thieves cleaner,
Thieves oil.
just kind of Thieves oil comes with it, just to kind of detox a lot of the products that they're using in the home. That is a great kit. And then there's also the Ningxia Red kit. So if someone is really interested in getting started with any of those kits, they will get the free bottle of Thieves cleaner and the awesome spray bottle to go with it if they get started before the end of May. Now, if you're a member and you have a friend who wants to get started and you don't know how to get them started, let us know. We can help you get your referral link so that you can get a thank you check from Young Living next month as well, which that's a bonus as well. Yes. So you're helping your friends have a healthier lifestyle and getting a little thank you check as well. So I think that about covers what we had for tonight. So I just want to say thank you, Laura, for
You're welcome. This
doing a
was fun.
webinar when you came to visit.
Thank you
And,
all.
I hope that you all have a great week and have a great summer. All right, take care.